Good evening. This is Bruce Montgomery from Technology Access Television. I'm reporting today from the center of the new universe. Yes, after the historic election of Barack Obama to the presidency, I'm still on cloud nine. You know, I can't believe it. This is such an exciting time for Chicago. And with me, I have a guest who we've been together for many years, and we've had the chance now to participate in this history-making activity. And we're just going to rap a little bit about how it's affected us as technologists, as journalists, and it's just an amazing thing to be a part of. My guest today, of course, is Dante Hamilton, one of America's great publishers and involved in new technology, the publisher of Web Pages News. And Dante, you were there. You were there.
Well, first of all, thanks for having me, Bruce. I was there. It was just unbelievable. It was historic. I managed to get me a VIP, not a VIP ticket, but I got an email ticket, so I was able to get into Hutchinson Field, and that was just going through that whole maze of security and getting up to the field, seeing the big jumbotron. All of that was just, I don't know. I feel like I'm still there.
It's amazing. It's been so long, but it seems like it was just yesterday. But it still has me. You know, I can't even hardly talk when I think about it because it was something that was emotional. But this is an exciting, exciting opportunity. But, you know, one of the things about that experience out there at Hutchinson Field in Grant Park is you could almost hear a pin drop. It was so peaceful. When can you remember that it was 75 degrees in Chicago on a November 3rd, 4th, and 5th? I mean, that's pretty amazing.
Oh, it was. You know, and you mentioned that it was a pin drop type of silence, and it really was. And I recall when it erupted, when they announced that Barack had got to 270. Everybody just went crazy.
Right.
It was just unbelievable. And then when he came out to speak, it was silence. And it was so many people. I looked around, it was like hundreds of thousands of people there, and nobody was saying anything. You could almost hear somebody breathe.
Well, and that's what's so exciting, because this has brought attention to Chicago. And I tell people, and you and I have talked about this, we talk so much about this, but really the attention is going to be on Chicago every day. With a president from the city of Chicago, a president from a major urban market. The White House might as well be in Hutchinson Field because the TV cameras haven't left.
No.
Reporting is going on in Chicago. And you brought out something that's very special about this. This has really been something that may have a revitalizing effect for all types of media.
Yeah, not just newspapers. And I think, as you've seen yesterday, the Chicago Tribune sold out of issues, and I was out late night, and I happened to see, after the Barack experience, I happened to see him post a red eye, and the red eyes were hot. They changed the covers of the red eyes quite a few times.
Well, the reports that have been coming in from around the country, really, and around the world, is that there was a spike. I don't know if the New York Times or some of these folks put some graphs out, but the spike in newspaper sales that happened on November 5th and the 6th and the 7th is all over the planet. People are grabbing these papers and saving these papers and reading these papers. And it's encouraging. I've heard stories already from America's classrooms where teachers have brought papers into the classroom and students have written letters to President Obama in first and second and third grade and kindergarten, all this kind of stuff. So it's really put a spotlight back on the press. And do you think the press is ready for this?
Oh, I think they're ready for it. They're definitely ready for some real sales. And I think what it's going to really do is help publishers re-engage with their audiences, because they lost that. They lost it when the internet came in. A lot of them don't know Twitter. They don't know how to tweet. They don't know any of that stuff. And now we're seeing businesses such as New York Times establish Facebook pages. So I think right now this is going to be a spark. Obama is the spark right now because people are going to want to read the news every day.
Now, from a publisher's perspective, I think there's a lot. From a business perspective, there's a lot to learn. There's a lot all of us can learn. You know, now, you and I happen to be involved with the Obama activity almost from the ground floor. We were some of the first people to sign up for the MyBarackObama.com. You started the website Obama for Technology. We started blogging about this. But when you were out there at Hutchinson Field and you were talking to, you ran into Marion Brooks, you ran into some folks from CNN. Talk about that a little bit.
Oh, it was really beautiful. I mean, the one thing that I noted about the whole event was that at first they had the media in a little bullpen. And at a certain point, they got out of the bullpen and they said, hey, we're going out here with the people. This is a for the people move. So we have to get out there. So Miriam Brooks was one of the first ones to get out with the people. And I was able to get a picture with her, which is going to be coming out in this book that I'm putting together, which is a photo book.
All right, well, we just saw a little excerpt about that book, and so you're memorializing this, and I guess you got caught up in the spirit of everybody else, because the night of the event started the phenomenon. Well, actually, the phenomenon started before that.
Oh, yeah.
Of the merchandise that's being sold.
That's right.
I mean, this presidency is so historic. It started a cottage industry that is like growing by leaps and bounds.
Yeah, it was right on. Well, actually, it was on Michigan Avenue. When you came out of Hutchinson Field and you walked up Michigan Avenue, it was just a cottage industry of everybody selling every type of Obama paraphernalia, buttons, T-shirts, and they weren't asking a lot of money. Some T-shirts was $5, so they weren't trying to, really rip people off. They were just selling stuff.
But the amazing thing is that this historic activity has opened up a floodgate of ideas, of innovation, of cottage industry. I mean, this is like the World Series every day, where you've got the winning the election.
Right.
Then you've got the inauguration.
Exactly.
Then you've got the first year of the presidency.
Right.
I mean, there's going to be more caps for Obama than the Hall of Fame. People with paraphernalia. I mean, this is just an amazing thing.
Well, what you could do is you could look at it as that this is the first Barack Obama economic stimulus package that he passed. when he won, everything that everything that happened after that was people buying Barack Obama stuff. So I mean, that was really an economic stimulus in a lot of ways.
Well, this was a tremendous experience. Both of us were fortunate to be there. I was there with my daughter, and we were out in Grant Park. We were out on Michigan Avenue. We were taking pictures. We were caught up in the moment. And it was a very, very special time, and it has continued to really affect journalists. So, again, I'm just excited that you could be there. And we're going to come back and talk some more about another part of this experience. We'll be right back.